Yeah, not at all. Absolutely the case. And we're going to get pretty much right into it here. Players are all sitting again, so we should be ready to roll. And that's trophy. My goodness, I'm surprised it doesn't have stain and tarnish on it from sitting there this long, out in the open, waiting for someone to hoist it up. It might be FaZe Clan. They have a 2-map lead. As we start off on Dust2, they themselves will be on the T side.
I never would have thought we'd be in a world for the G2 0-3 meme after what we saw yesterday against Na'Vi. This is absolutely wild that this might actually happen, and FaZe is looking like they can do it. Calling from Kerrigan has been absolutely phenomenal, some of the best that I've seen in his whole career. This has been good stuff, and obviously all the players across the map are delivering. Yek and Dar on the desk between these two maps. Obviously, the most obvious thing, G2 need Nico, and they need him right out of the gate. They need him to start right now, and that's rough.
You built that one up nicely, Jason. Well done.
Yeah.
Just Bob Ross the way into that lovely situation.
Oh, dear.
Meanwhile, though, it'll be back over toward A. The defense wants to align. It's not going to be that attack, though. That single kill from Rops. Playing a retake on B, such a difficult thing to do.
No, but I think the general feeling you're going to have as a defense in this situation when Nico's gone down, or any player that you have on your team that gone down at long like this, and then you feel silence, you imagine they're kind of setting up the staging area, right? You're imagining they're kind of lining up just outside of the pit to set up those cross smokes. So you can understand why G2 rotated so heavily towards the bomb site. When they see nothing else, yeah, now they start to get a little bit iffy. Smoke at the base of the B entrance. m0NESY is going to find Rops, but that's on the other side of the map. This is the main thrust. This is the main hit. Alexi's trying to force his way in. He's got one, no more access after that, and Hunter as well is going to be forced away.
Not fully gone yet, though. Bomb not yet planted. He wants to come back inside of the window.
No kits.
Tough position to put themselves in by giving up this B site. It is a fort, and they will have to fight for it. Jax, nothing to deter his vision coming in through the B tunnels as Brokey gets in behind the 2-stack. Exchange already with Kerrigan. Brokey's not going to move on this. Doesn't want to give his position up just yet. Realizing that window's not yet peaked, he spots Hunter instead coming in through the door, and the other two remain at the front side of the tunnels, and they're down. JKS with both of those kills as well.
Another good start for FaZe Clan on the cards. Pistol is theirs. If they can convert the second round, they're off to the races. G2 is going to be investing. Scout picked up on m0NESY and Alexi. Deagles and a CZ picked up as well to complete the buy. Well done from JKS. Here we go. Alexi going to peek up middle. Wants to find someone looking underneath the smoke. He has no vision. Nothing to find. No connections as well. And Twist has already made his way far up catwalk. Molotov is going to slow him down a little bit. He backs into some safety. But mid-control for FaZe.
Shots through the door do damage onto Alexi B. Gets tagged down to 36. Twist a little bit worse than that. On the other side, Kerrigan, though, meanwhile, is at B. Pushes through a smoke, catches out Jax along the wall. Clear indication of where the trajectory of the nade was, and he's going to smoke himself in. Hunter's going to wrap around this, though. This could go both ways. Both to take advantage of this, and Hunter should be well aware of the position on top of the box, already staring at it. Easy shot, and he's just going to wait it out. He'll take his time.
He needs more than one.
Discipline. He's going to get more than one, potentially. Ooh, I thought he might get the jump on Rops.
I thought he was going to hold his nerve a little bit longer and let them start actually exiting, but tough to criticize any kind of play like that. Good trigger discipline to begin with. Kerrigan finding that opening kill and just realizing he's got a pressure point, and he applies that pressure. JKS finds Nico lining up the Deagle shot. He's alone in middle, but he's got teammates coming out of B to help him out. It's all on m0NESY, and they're definitely going to hunt this down. No reason to let him keep the gun into the next round. Any weapon that can turn the tides, take it away from him. 2-0 for FaZe to start this third map.
Not the first time we've had a good start from FaZe in this series. Remember Mirage, they were again ahead 11-4 in the first half. Just as they were behind on Inferno, it seems crazy all the similarities and the distance we've gone in this series.
Yeah. A very close affair, despite the fact that FaZe is up 2-0. That's got to be the part that hurts the most if you're G2. Just pistols.
JKS waiting for the angle to present. Two split toward mid. Rops fires through door. Easy kills. JKS drops. Rops isn't done, though. He finds yet another and has a chance to get a fourth. Twists will deprive him of that moment by shooting over his shoulder to get the kill instead. Brokey will close out the round 3-0 start, but now G2 will bring out the weapons.
Just to kick things off, I think Alexi B was even considering a double up setup, but goes away from it. Up in the hands of Brokey, who's continuing to deliver for FaZe Clan in these grand finals. He's had a slow and steady rise to this peak over the past couple years. One jumps across, he's looking for the second. Smoke is gonna take away his vision. Just standard default from both teams. Nobody doing anything tricky. A little bit of counter spam through the smoke. Nico's gonna be backing up through CT spawn to join up and shore up this A defense, all the meanwhile keeping his eyes on mid, making sure nobody can lurk out, making sure he has the information for his B defenders. And FaZe just slowly moving into position. Pin smoke, flashbang out mid as well. Pin smoke shows they want to get up catwalk, but they're going to lurk right through it. JKS goes down. Nico's not going to be caught off guard by that. Can only get the one. 4-on-4 scenario, but Hunter's moved out of this B bomb site. Him and Jax want to fight mid. They don't want to worry about the B portion of the attack just yet.
This volley bounced too far, didn't land on the window. Jax can still work on both sides, and Hunter's come out from the door. He'll catch out Twists. Rifles the difference for G2, and they might feign their first round in this game. It certainly looks that way as Jax stares down the tunnel and finds Rops as well, 3-1.
Good to see him on point. Good shooting from Jax, good shooting from Hunter as well. Double kill for each of them. The B split gets completely snuffed. 2-round lead for FaZe early on. We're going to be reinvest right back into the round. Good to see Hunter continuing his tear. Unbelievable performance from him on Mirage in a losing effort.
Someone I didn't, to be completely honest, fully rate for the longest time, but he's definitely proven his worth in G2 over the last year. So early damage done, cross pick that lands onto Jax as they go for the drop down. Brokey was able to hit it. Okay.
Odyssey held his nerve completely blind from that flashbang as well. He was almost able to pick off JKS. That's bold to stand strong despite not being able to see anything. Gets away with it here. They have to back into the A bomb site, which means they also have to push forward onto catwalk. They have to secure one of catwalk or long to keep this A defense as strong as possible. Molotov is going to provide a little bit of harassment, but the smoke is not going to let him progress forward. They have Jax caught at the back platform. There's a flashbang in as well, and Jax is going to try and move out of his position, but he's not going to get away. And now, ooh, this mid B split, if they can activate it, that would be so deadly.
JKS trying to get around it. Nico, his patience prevails as the smoke dissipates, but oh, he's caught. Twist goes up above to take him down. As he had the nade out and the flames behind, he couldn't get around the corner in time to retreat. And that gives FaZe an opening. m0NESY has to go out toward long. He's got to cover both angles.
Hunter and Alexi aren't moving either. You're just kind of saying, if m0NESY can provide us something, maybe we can come for this retake. Maybe he can get a kill or two and survive, and then we might have the options necessary to actually go for things. But first, m0NESY has to deliver. And look at the risk he's taking. Shifting between long and catwalk, and now they're crossing into the site when he's looking elsewhere. I think G2 is going to be forced to save out of this round. He just now realizes they're in the site, can't land the shot. He's got to back off. Actually, FaZe is already on the hunt. FaZe is already actually attacking into the B bomb site, trying to take these weapons away. Alexi's got one with 15 health, and there's Hunter, and they can go for it now. The kills are actually found on the other side of the map. This is doable.
Incredibly so, considering the circumstances. Kerrigan's way out to catwalk, expecting these rotations. It's just on Brokey. He's going to try and go for the flank Kerrigan. They're going to be sitting on the ramp. Good time. Didn't go for the low HP player, though. He's dropped a 1-on-3. And the AWP has to be perfect. Spots the first one crossing over. Bomb is still planted for him, but he's got to nail the shots first. And m0NESY tagged, still drops him down. They're all in teen HP. But it
incredible, such low HP. If Brokey had even had an AK-47, maybe that might have been a little bit more doable. What a good recovery. You gotta say though, bit of a mistake going on the hunt before the round is fully secured. They never thought for a second that G2 would be able to actually handle that and then return to the A bomb site. Two players, Robson Twist gets picked off. At least Brokey and Kerrigan in a really awkward situation. Although fair play, Kerrigan probably is gonna be thinking that he should have had that kill. Early timeout taken. Trying to calm down the troops, make sure they don't overextend, get a little overeager like that at one more time.
All brought out right now for Jax as well, so looking to hold some strong angles with it potentially. Was here on this stage, in fact, that Ents was using the AUG so frequently back in 2019. That was when the meta was as powerful as it was.
Time is a flat circle, Matt.
So is the Earth.
Here we go, Nico. Oh boy, Kerrigan rips his head off. Nico's woes continue. Surely you don't get much more than that, but Twist with the deagle. Modesty never made it all the way around the corner. This round just got real interesting. Really interesting. What do you do if you're Alexi B?
Kerrigan trying to get the shots in. Seen one scout round already remarkably in this event. Back in the group stages, it was none other than Modesty that was capable of doing it here at the A side. And Alexi B already tagged up. Kerrigan goes back for more. Swings, but goes too far. Gets caught out and clotheslined by Alexi, but this has opened so much space toward the B site. In fact, Jax is outside of it using that AUG to try and shut them down when they cross over. Positioned well. Here's the plant, but can't see Brokey. That's gonna give JKS an angle. He nails the shot of the deagle. It's down to just 2 players remaining. And Twists hunting easily enough to take out the flank on Alexi B. Hunter has to save. They recovered the last round that was stolen from them by taking it back. We're gonna go 4-2.
Yeah, we might get a timeout from G2 after this as well, because it all came crumbling down way too quickly. Couple nice shots with the deagle, and that defense just could not sustain anything. Seemed to be in pretty decent positions, just a little exposed, all off the back of Kerrigan's shot with the scout. And again, it's much like the round previously with Kerrigan with the Galil at the B bomb site. He just realized he gets that kill on Nico, and he realizes how much pressure he can apply to that A bomb site to force those rotations, to get G2 to move across the map. Evacuated the B bomb site because it felt like everything indicated, everything felt like A bomb site was the end goal. And Twist is even gonna get the final kill of the round right at the close. So all the weapons taken away from G2.
It's crazy how the energy shifts. We're not, in a situation where every single round of the last, 30 are make or break in the game. But the context of how close this series has been, it certainly will still add up to that in the end, surely. Pistols again for G2. Twist just picking that op over onto the T side. You gotta love that. He's gonna try and hold off middle. Monesi already out toward the top side of the barrels.
JKS up over the top is gonna find a kill. That's Hunter to go down. Jax can't get anything done with the USP. Nico and Alexi.
Plug that back in.
Uh-oh.
Don't worry, it was just Nico's aimbot, okay? It's finally working since it wasn't on Mirage, and timely enough, he takes down Kerrigan.
Here we go, Rops. One more kill to find. Doesn't want that battle, though. Even if he has the advantage, no reason to take it, no reason to risk it. Alexi, I think, might just want to back away and save the AK-47. Nico's going to step up with that deagle. The bomb has to cross still, so there's a chance. With this deagle, there's always a possibility, but what a tough, near impossible, low percentage shot to hit. There goes Alexi. That's the AK-47. And over the top, Brokey's going to go for more. He's having a shooting gallery, and he doesn't fear anything.
T-sided ops, certainly a factor so far on Dust2, unsurprisingly. Arguably more successful than the CT side, and he sits at 6-3. Fantastic start. Everyone on the scoreboard this time. I mentioned that just because Nico was so slow in the last game, but he's already arrived here. And we're gonna get the timeout you talked about, Jason.
Yeah, but it's from FaZe. I thought it was gonna be G2 taking it. FaZe is up 5-2. Maybe applying a little bit of pressure, making G2 sit and stew in the frustration of losing an eco round. More than likely, Kerrigan just making sure the troops are all on the same page as the next stage of this battle begins. All back in the hands of Modesty, M4s on the other players. And here we go. Hunter and Jax to cross. Brokey looking for a high peak that's not going to come in. And ooh, fast towards catwalk. Kerrigan changing the pace like we saw in Mirage. Twist and JKS running up cattle. The Twist struggling to get on top of the box. That's going to expose him to Hunter. A little bit of a mistake there. That'll be frustration. So thank God for Hunter, because he's got G2 in an all-important round in a 5-on-4 situation.
Incendiary out for Alexi B. Rops behind the door, interestingly enough, for the T side. See if anyone's going to get aggressive and go through. JKS tag down to 48. Rops definitely intrigued by the possibility of this peek. Goes for a try. Alexi B very off angle toward the pit. Good for the headshots on the M4. Rops has crossed over. Self-smoke, jumps and checks, knows he's locked in on this, and needs a bit of support, but unfortunately for him, he's not gonna have a rotation of the AWP from m0NESY. In fact, he has to sit with the corner smoke now all the way back on top of the platform and won't even be able to see if they wrap wide. So Alexi's on his own, but they'll leave Rops to deal with that. Meanwhile, it's to the site instead. m0NESY can certainly see toward the catwalk, but now he's dead. JKS the headshot to find, and Rops, he'll take out Alexi B immediately inside of the pit. That opens up a ton of space for FaZe.
I think even if m0NESY provided more resistance, Rops would have been able to drop him. Jumping shot isn't gonna land, isn't gonna stop the plant. G2 is crumbling, 18 HP left on Jax. I don't know if he can't realistically go for it. He doesn't even have a kit. He's gonna have to back away from this fight. It's gonna be a 6th round for FaZe. They're doing such a good job. Again, a kill provided on the Nico from Kerrigan that opens up the floodgates.
So save the M4, FaZe will find 6-2. Obviously that tactical timeout was worth it now in the end, Jason, as they get another round on the board. They are, again, 2 maps up. It's crazy to think this could be a 5, maybe 6 hour plus 3-map series.
Yeah, right? Oh, Jax is found. Jax is found at the end. Good job from Rops.
Just to note, so far, the losing team in each respective series on the stage has yet to win a map. It's been 2-0 all the way through to get us to this final.
Okay, then. That's not a great stat if you're a G2 fan. Hopefully the best of 5 can change that. Gives him another opportunity to change that, obviously. Back to just pistols. FaZe is relentless in this series. There we go. Nico stopping Rops cold, but he needs much more than that to turn the favors, to turn the tides for G2. AK-47 in hand. A smoke as well to give him some options, to give him a little bit of cover if he wants to use it. He might have to just kind of muscle his way into a fight. Gotta be careful though. Molotov comes in. He's gonna step right on top of the barrel. Good kill from Hunter. Done some damage on a JKS as well.
Nico still holding no off-angle top of the barrels. You can see along the edge of the smoke when they wrap around. They can jump forward, but they'll still have to be exposed when they do so. And Alexi B will burn JKS. Nico to hold. He looked away at the wrong time, but he still finds Brokey. Twists, trying to pinch them from the other side and get the palm back. Gets 2 headshots. He's dumped away. Alexi B couldn't find the shot. He's gonna turn it around. Look toward Jax, who gets it with the deagle twist. Not quite able to collect the round in the end.
No, but that's such a struggle for G2 in a 4-on-1. They almost give it away. They could not find a way to get together. Some of the sync, some of the cohesion that we saw against Navi just isn't there at the moment. You can understand why. They've been rattled. They've been knocked off their game a couple times throughout this series. And the frustration now, the massive lead they gave away on Inferno, the 5 overtime game that they lost on Mirage. How do you get back into it? 3 rounds back as G2. Even such a great turnaround with just Deagles feels a little bit flat for G2, to be honest. Nico, another kill on the Kerrigan out towards mid. Jax is gonna step up behind the smoke. Double kill, can't transfer over for the 3rd one. He was a bit too blind. Rops is gonna fall next, but G2 has handled business at B.
Brokey back toward middle double doors. Tough pass, because he goes clean and dry to try and find out where m0NESY is. He stares him down and blankly fires through the door. We now have a 2-round game, 2 in a row for G2.
Yeah, but do you feel comfortable? You know you're going up against a low buy. You just lost one earlier to Deagles and Kerrigan Scout. That's got to be on the back of your mind as well. So many obstacles and demons that G2 is having to try and shake off in this series. 2-round lead. This time there's no Scout on Kerrigan. Hunter's gonna push. This could actually get spotted. Excuse me, Twist gets his head ripped off. That was the one who might have seen it coming. Nico really starting to look a little convincing in these past few rounds. Hopefully he can keep it up. G2 need him to keep it up for the entirety of this map, for the rest of this series. If they want to come back for the reverse sweep, it's got to be off the back of Nico.
Jax already pushing in the tunnels as well. Nowhere Rops could go. Hunter's got a kill. Nico finds his third in the round. JKS shows a little skill, but I don't know if a 1v5 Deagle is exactly what you'd expect or find in this situation. So it's going to be a one-round game. G2 with 3 now on the bounce, but back to the money for FaZe. Not a ton of it, but enough nonetheless.
No, but you got to like, I mean, at the moment, I'm just kind of keeping my eye on Nico. That's kind of who I want to see come alive in this game to start feeling a little bit better for G2's chances. Like I said, the past 2 rounds for him have been just fine, been good. 3 rounds in a row for G2 is going to start infusing a little bit more confidence in their play and their peaks. We'll see how long they can ride the wave. 4 players for G2's defense out towards long just to ensure that they secure this part of the map.
Rops on the inside of the tunnels has Jax outside of the door waiting with utility. Hunter's gonna rotate over and support his position as well. Alexi being a little more passive this time at long, but standard and quiet as we hit the minute 15-second mark in the round. Ooh, close timing on that from Rops. Nearly caught Jax as he got flashed in. They now know there's at least 2 players there in order to have done so.
Deep flashbang in. They're just exchanging flashes, trying to grab that angle inside of the B bomb site. None of them have been found. None of it's had success. Kerrigan lining up a smoke. Twist is going to be stuck behind one, so that might delay things. A little bit of chip damage with the HE grenade. It's Nico with the initial defense at the A bomb site, trying to find a timing for his nade. m0NESY is going to rotate between the A defense and the long, actually, excuse me, he's pinned down at the long corner with the AWP.
Yeah, they just rotated Alexi B off of it. I think they wanted him to be able to move faster. Twist, he's won that exchange. That pulls Alexi back to the car. A very fragile and spammable position. They can't find him yet as Kerrigan will join Twist's effort, but Alexi, keeping his head down, is giving Nico time enough to take down the bomb on the catwalk, and even though he falls, Nico has the advantage with 23 seconds, and he will shut it out himself.
That's exactly what he needed. What an incredible sequence from Nico. The follow-up, the final 2 kills of the catwalk attack were absolutely massive. He had nowhere to go. He realizes he's getting pinched from behind. If he backs up too far into the site, he's going to be exposed to a point where his teammates can't help him. He just had to stand tall and take that. What a beautiful shot from Twist. Unbelievable stuff, but a great round from Nico, a quad kill. Quad kill as he's alive right from the get-go here on Dust2. Even in victory, you could see him trying to marshal his troops, making sure mistakes like that don't put him in awkward situations that he has to dig out of.
Success for Rops, though. They'll start it off with a scout to take down m0NESY, and he's definitely been a little more quiet. Definitely the longest series he'll have played in so far. Hunter will go for the AWP instead and try and make amends for that loss. Just to note, 6 rounds on a T side in regulation is already more than we had on both other maps.
Rops over the top. Jax is there as well, but will he expect his boost? He's not exposed to it any longer. You're right, Rops is quieted down. We know he's the real deal, but at some point you expect that pressure to get to the young rookie. It might be happening here in this series. Nico pushing up on catwalk. They're waiting for him. They're waiting for this exact play, and Twist jumps up. Beautiful shot into the head of Nico. He never saw that coming whatsoever. Will they expect Alexi B? Knife out for Twist? No, they won't. 1 kill. Nade to be dropped. Alexi needs to hold on a little bit longer. Jack's alive inside the B bomb site. They're going to readdress, excuse me, outside of the B bomb site. Oh, they line up, but the pistols do the work. The scout and the Glock, and another disastrous round for G2.
Low buy prevails again for FaZe as they rise 1 round above. Remarkable that the scouts get both opening kills. You're right. They never knew that Alexi B was going to be on catwalk, but the adaptation and the rotation, he has to jump down CT and try and shut them out. Broke, he's able to pick up an AUG from this. So no AWP for the T side, but they'll have lots of weapons as we hit round 14. Kerrigan's loving it.
Yeah, any question about it, what's the energy going to be like after a 5 overtime game? Kerrigan lives and breathes that. He loves it. He gets stronger in it. Hunter spots nothing. Smokes obscure any piece of vision he might have wanted, might have had, and just takes some free shots into the smoke. Catwalk control again for FaZe. Mid control again for FaZe, and G2's got to be a bit careful. They're almost getting caught.
Run boost for Twist. Flash thrown from down below by I believe it was Brokey actually in that situation, not JKS, but either way, they'll clear the corner.
Nico's in a position pushed out into the long cave, so he has some decisions to make. When this hit begins, does he take the risk and push forward and see if he can find someone he believes is watching for that flank, or does he fall back towards the A bomb site and help his teammates? It's going to be m0NESY inside of the site, but Alexi B, he's the one under attack because it's a mid to B split. Twist is just there for the fake. Alexi's desperately trying to find something, and there's Nico pushing out. Twist sees it, but he jumps. He exposed himself, overexposes himself, and now Alexi, same thing.
Giving himself up at the firebox, trying to jump for vision, but Hunter still holds inside of the closet position. That gives Jax all of the aim toward the closet, and Nico, you're right, coming around from long. He's able to get in position perfectly. Tie game again, who takes the lead on round 15 and therefore into halftime.
Trade some of the freebies. They go 1 for 1 on some individual mistakes. 7-7, m0NESY with the op. Nico's at 15 kills. You got to be loving that. Hunter at 13 as well, continuing his incredible run through these playoffs as well. On the other side of the coin, it's Twist with 12 and Rops with 11 frags. 7-7, final round of the opening half of the third map. A very close affair is going to make G2 nervous. Losing this map loses them the grand final. Jax falls. Rops is going to come through that smoke. Hunter is trying to get in position at window with the cover of flashbang. He's got one. That's JKS. Another Molotov to stall out any kind of a push onto the bomb site. He still doesn't know numbers.
Kerrigan, though, waiting the whole time, catches out Nico in rotation, and they think that's going toward B. That's confirmation for Kerrigan, and they'll rotate the bomb back up toward Catwalk. m0NESY's going to try and flank around behind them, but he's a little bit too late. He could do something in the post plant.
The flanker's about to become the flanks. Look at Rops.
I don't think Rops is going to spot him. I think Rops goes toward long in this situation. I don't think there's any indication that m0NESY is actually going to head up in this direction, and they still aren't passing Gandalf. They still aren't going for the platform yet. With the bomb, Twists, it's going to confirm that they're still in that position, and here comes the AWP that they'll never have expected. Twist drops, and even though they try and go for the jump, Brokey's still able to get the bomb down. Rops, they'll hold for long. Oh, boost caught off. Brokey so fast on the site. Bomb still ticking, and a Molotov that's going to hold him in behind the box. Rops is in position. He'll take a tick of damage. He goes down to 50 on the play, but they're split. He's got the angle over m0NESY. He's got the kill as well. Rops wins his battle at long, and G2 will fall 1 down before the half as we go 8-7 in favor of FaZe. Nico, no doubt, will be on that list. It's been pretty spectacular. Nico was a bit slow in the last map, but certainly showing already here on Dust2 why he's considered to be so good and has so much experience on this stage. And yeah, AK finally came alive. I think that was the reason they even got to overtime in the first place, Jason.
Yeah, I mean, it got there at the end of the day, but a very, very slow start. You're exactly right. Pretty rough, but you can vote on those 5 players. Be interesting to see who's going to be able to take that one. I mean, the hard part about Nico, too, is remember, leading into this, he's had months where he's just playing incredible Counter-Strike, listed as the 3rd best player of 2021 now, and I mean, just hitting a miraculous level ever since we returned to LAN play towards the later stages of last year. What a time to cool off, though, earlier on in these finals. They've got him here at the very least. If you're G2, you got to cling to that. 7-8, 1 round back, switching over to the T side of Dust2. Utility on Alexi B, good frag from Hunter. That's a good find. He doesn't realize there's one more, but he does react in time. Beautiful work. Beautiful job from Hunter.
Brokey back on the site.
Oh,
Had to be perfect in holding. He gets eradicated and removed immediately. Twist only good for 1 as Jax peers over the wall to take him down. Rops takes down Nico. Not a bad win between 2 very skilled players in that situation as Rops contest the site now as well, looking for headshots, looking for anything, jumping. firing, trying to get an angle over top of the wall, knowing that they're down below it, but that doesn't help him if he can't get them to peek, and why would they? Bomb continues to tick, they'll stay out, they peek together in tandem, well struck, well called, and well calculated, 8-8.
Gotta give props to Hunter. Normally you feel like Nico's the one with the P250 on a round like that to go solo and try and find you some of those kills, and maybe feeling like Hunter's got the hot hand across the entire series, passing off those duties. And then obviously delivering on top of it. Well done from Hunter. We're all tied up at 8. But the Scouts and Deagles, they stole 2 rounds in the first half. They're back in the hands of FaZe.
Arrogant to contest, my God. Scout all the way up to top middle, spotted as they run by, and m0NESY sprinting as well with his scout on the other side, was able to reveal that information. I think Kerrigan knows it's best to move on. Hunter's already down long.
Oh, this is a timing he'll never expect. Never expect. Oh, Kerrigan, he almost hung in the air. Hunter had the chance, but he's gonna back away. Doesn't want to be overexposed to danger here. Not yet. Not at this point in the round. But Kerrigan cares not at all. He pushes forward, risking everything to get towards Carr. He's gonna keep pushing forward. He's gonna find all the information as well. He's gonna be able to call this out to his team. No one's at long. There's no one here.
Rotate around, boys. Head to B. Twister doing it now. He's Twist and Brokey, I should say, doing it now. Twist's already at the window. Brokey, in fact, going out toward mid doors.
Look at Twist peeking into the upper bomb site, or excuse me, upper tunnels. Spots a shoulder. There's gonna be 4 players from FaZe here. This is gonna be a really, really difficult hit. G2 putting out their utility. There's not a second option available.
Alternate angle for Twist. Fires in. They could rotate this back around again. They're really gonna try and go back to A with a double fake.
And you thought pros didn't do around the world strategies. Here we go. JKS coming through the smoke. He's gonna find everything. He's gonna hear everything as well. Still a good defense here though. This FaZe defense is mobile across the map, and they're in all the right spots.
Shots though from the Deagle inside of the smoke don't land. Kerrigan will. He'll take Jax, put him low enough that the Deagle can do damage, and JKS already has Hunter. It's starting to come alive now for FaZe. There are incredible round 2 results in this entire tournament, and it's not going to yield now. Bomb gets planted, however, and the weapons start to work. m0NESY, he turns it around, and he'll close out the round 3 in total, and JKS falls last.
Sweet Jesus, take a deep breath. That was way too close. That round felt like they played it scared, but m0NESY is going to deliver once again. Just imagine if he wasn't this good in his first big stage of his career. How much trouble G2 would be. A 9-8, 1-round lead. They got B spawns.
Kerrigan again trying to go for the quick tags on the Scouts. No one on the other side of it this time.
They've been so effective in these rounds, so like I feel like normally you wouldn't see this kind of follow-up buy again, but why not? You've been so good at them. You're getting kills, you're finding the frags, you're putting pressure on G2, you're taking money away, so you're reinvesting. Might hurt you in the next round, but you gotta feel like you're so close to turning these. It's a double-edged sword. If they don't eventually turn one, it can put them in a really awkward money situation to start the half.
Yeah, exactly that. You start chasing it. You never let your economy build. So Kerrigan with Twist up close along with Brokey behind the door. Try and make something of this play. Pin smoke for Nico. Never be ready for that. Twist tries to crouch down and see underneath of it, but Nico was already ready to do exactly that in return. And the AK obviously prevailing in that battle. Rops looking for some sort of information as he gets aggressively toward the B tunnels. In fact, knows there's one on the stairs, but could even chase this down as the information has been called. They're heading toward Catwalk. The timing on this could be huge.
Oh, it's going to be massive. Hunter, I don't think can get away. Will he ever expect it, though? It's coming in quick. JKS, he's going to fall. I think regardless of what happens to Hunter, the round's pretty much over. Hunter's going to find the frag. Spins. Rops could never get a clean fight. Brokey grabs one right at the end, but it's not a weapon that he cares about. It's the MAC-10 that hits the deck. Brokey in a 1 versus 3. There's nothing to really make him think he should go for this in any sense.
That's why he's hunting with the MAC-10, obviously. Brokey have to sit back and let that bomb expire. We're gonna go double digits for G2 first at 10-8. If FaZe are able to close out the series, they'll become the 2nd most winning franchise in IEM history with their 4th win.
I'll put him right behind Astralis. Crowning a new IEM Katowice champion no matter what. This would be G2's first ever IEM win. But they're a long way from that one. Long way before we have that conversation. 10-8, 2-round lead. And here come the guns. Kerrigan has the MAC-10 that was dropped. Good entrance provided by Alexi. Good follow-up from m0NESY as well.
If the AKs can find an opening now for G2. Brokey's AWP, it's out toward long, but it's fast take toward B. He might just go straight in on this.
Yeah, right after this Molotov, they're going to try and find a timing. They're going to try and do it, I think, without utility, even stepping into the Molotov for the last few ticks. Ropz going to deliver one. Twist stuck out of the bomb site. He's going to have to get fortunate through that smoke. They're patiently waiting for his magazine to empty. Good find towards mid. Nico lurking out a little bit quick, and Kerrigan's on a massive flank. This is going to wrap in very, very fast. Alexi B at 1 HP. And I don't know how, even with the disadvantage, this bomb site can be tough to retake, but I think it's too far gone for G2.
Honestly, though, does have one more Molotov. He'll put that up toward the window. That'll buy more space.
Here we go.
AKS unable to go back through it. He'll rotate off to find another angle. You're right, this could still be a powerful crossfire. Hunter's gonna try and get aggressive on it to get an opening. Tag through the door, though he's down to 3 HP. And they can trip over each other in this situation. m0NESY removed, Kerrigan with the kill, and we go 10-9.
Yeah, there wasn't really a whole lot of options. It's awkward when they double up behind that box, but what can you really do about that? So many resources for FaZe on the retake. They survive with 3, which is a great start to building up some money, including the op on the hands of Brokey. Plants will help G2 reinvest into the next round. But they're out of cash after this. m0NESY picks up the op. He's down to 150. Hunter's got 0. Nico on a deagle with 50. Round number 20 is underway.
Smoke covers cross. Ropz goes over. They didn't go for the boost that time in Suicide. They're a little bit late setting it up. Didn't quite catch it, so Ropz outside of the B halls for now. Outside of the B site, I should say, for now. We'll go toward the B halls. Twist will try and torment when they go through. Just give up the smoke. Molotov won't make it. Spots the first immediately. They know where he is. And he gets a double on that before Nico does hit a stunning shot, it has to be said. But Kerrigan the whole time was pushing out to get the information at long. And with m0NESY down, Ropz inside the site. They didn't find him either. Hunter the only one that remains, 1-on-3.
Oh, that had to have been a kill. Hunter, I don't know. Here's Brokey, drops down. Brokey's gonna back away. The sound cue is there. Molotov to prevent the bomb from being picked up, and Kerrigan all the meanwhile lurking behind. That's like the second or third time we've seen Kerrigan have that kind of a fast flank out long. There's something that he's picked up on, and he's taken a lot of risks, but at the moment, they're all paying off in the best kind of way for FaZe.
Look at that. Ooh. Nico looking pretty spectacular. Unfortunately, too little too late in the round. He gets dropped, and Kerrigan had that map completely circled as fast as they got there. Bomb is outside of the door. That was a huge problem.
Massive problem. Pretty much ruined the round. So G2 back to just pistols. FaZe starting to build up into this. 2 rounds in a row now for them. How much more can they carry on? Aggressive stance in towards lower tunnels. So you start seeing this aggressive defense over and over. You start seeing Kerrigan wrap around on these very fast flanks, just pushing forward, not caring about anything. Start to probably feel a little bit red and a little bit worried. Ropz finds the kill. He wants to stick around for more fights. He knows he's got the cover of the Molotov, so pushes up for a moment, comes back for Hunter. Tricky little play. And JKS there on Catwalk to help out as well. It's just down to Jax.
He's got to back away as well, and he'll be pursued. Kerrigan again at long. It's the lead now for FaZe as they come back with 3 straight rounds. You touched on it. They were forcing in so aggressively, but now that the guns are out, they fortunately start winning because the economy could have crumbled very quickly, and now they have an advantage, and I think we're gonna get, no, we're not. I thought we were gonna get a full timeout here.
I'd still get one. G2's gonna try and figure it on the fly. Half buy, half investment, down to Tech 9s, down to Deagles, a little bit of armor, a little bit of utility. So not using all the money that they have, going for a little bit of economic damage, trying to limit and keep FaZe honest in that regard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
all right,
messing up the, you know, as a stand-in, there's gonna be a little bit of rust here and there.
Just looking at him like, come on, man. I can't stay in here all day. I've got stuff I gotta do too. Ropz, he's already taken care of one order of business, though. He gets Nico down. He's not down there. Ooh, missed shot, though, but a USP will take out m0NESY. It's Alexi B that has to be the next in line. And even though Ropz perished, Twist arrives in the right time. They've got the B site open, but bomb is down inside of middle. And FaZe could take a 2-round lead. Nice shot by Jax to make that a little bit more unlikely. Hunter knows he's got the AWP on the run, but he's also given up his position.
There's Kerrigan again, wrapping around from long. Finding 1 kill this round in one that was already pretty much sealed up. And Hunter is going to take the long route around through T-spawn. So 12-10, 2-round lead. This has been really rough for G2. But guns will be back in their hands in the next round, and then we'll see how it goes. Brokey with that op still looking impressive. 13 kills for him. JKS and Twist tied up at 17. It's Rops actually leading the way here on Dust2 with 20 frags.
Shot out, Brokey takes down Hunter. Interesting thought as well, if Rain had started and did play in the group stages, and obviously Rops joined late, we know we engrave the names in the trophy. On the stairs backstage, the names of each team go up. They include coaches on that. Would they have all 7 included this time?
Shout out to the coaches.
Does Rain get his name on the trophy?
I would believe so.
He still should. He was very much a part of the group stage for this team, and I'm sure he's sitting in the hotel now watching intently. Rops tagged. He goes down to 24 as m0NESY tries to catch them out through middle. Find the second shot. Rops knows he's still spraying for it, or rather spamming for it, so he'll set up instead, and he gets it back. Overstayed his welcome. m0NESY gave his position away too many times. JKS here's the pin smoke. He tries to fire into the door instead. No damage dealt from it, but Nico's well aware that there's an M4 sitting on the other side.
Up catwalk we go. Brokey lying in wait. The AWP of Rops has already thinned out one of the herd. Clear close catwalk, don't take any damage, don't take any danger from anyone holding an angle deep towards the stairs. JKS is gonna shift over, so is Twist. FaZe just feel like they've had so many good reads on their defensive side throughout this series. Dust2 again, they seem to be always rotating perfectly into position to stop what's coming. Made out behind the smoke, no damage dealt. There's no portion of this attack that's coming long. And here we go, it's underway. Brokey on the initial defense, flashbang up high. He's got JKS to hold on to him. Over and Goose just waiting, ready and waiting, Molotov. Brokey's gonna step into it, step back into it, and Hunter's got one. That's bomb hitting the floor. JKS alive inside the bomb site. 21 seconds on the clock, and G2 is being harassed every step of the way. Nico doesn't have the help, and JKS has a triple. That shuts it all down, 13-10.
Justin absolutely savage.
And I saw a smile. I saw a smile from JKS.
As the stress finally starts to alleviate, 21 kills for him right now. Rops. Some of the sickest last names in Counter-Strike. You got Robin Cool and Justin Savage up there on the stage.
That's not bad, is it? Not bad at all. This was brilliant. JKS, first kill, moves out of position, relocates, finds a few more. 4 overall in the round.
Kerrigan's loving this. Kerrigan's crowning moment, potentially. FaZe has been a revolving door. In some ways, the graveyard team for a lot of the old stars trying to cling to a last effort. Now they've got some youngsters that are making a massive difference.
You remember we said neither organization has lifted the IEM Katowice. None of the players have listed the IEM Katowice in the server, or the trophy in the server. What a magnificent experience. That's going to be a huge relief off the weight of anyone's shoulders that is able to do it. Nico tags Brokey with the scout.
Once again for another shot, goes back. Needs to be careful not to get caught out as m0NESY did in the last round. I think Nico spotted that. This is an awkward position to be in. They want to swing and trade, but if Nico spots it, they come down middle and they're ready for it. They're both stacked on top of each other.
Yeah, but you'd never expect 2 there. It's the whole idea of the play. The question is, can you get aggressive enough to make sure that you aren't both spotted at the same time? Nico takes a shot towards catwalk. You'd think that would activate at least one. Twist is gonna move back to let Rops out. That's not the biggest deal in the world. The follow-up is solid. Good shot from Twist. He knows, oh, he's so blind. He's so blind, he eats the flashbang. It almost works perfectly. Good job from G2 to bust that up, but still a long way to go. 2 AKs, the scout on Nico, a deagle on Jax, and they've got a 4-on-3.
Got a chance in this though, if they can take down Kerrigan as well. He's gonna get one back on the AWP, they're gonna push through! m0NESY takes a beautiful headshot to Kerrigan. JKS trying to compensate and cover off through CT, but the smoke down. Nico, a scout versus an AWP, and he wins the duel, blinded as he tried to come back through. JKS gets shut out as well, 13-11.
All right, we're still alive into it. This map has felt a little bit back and forth, but G2 wrestles control away from FaZe after 5 rounds in a row. Nico's able to deliver a couple of final kills here. And they're just 2 rounds back. A reverse sweep on this stage would be incredible, especially after the 2 maps that we had to start things out. This is another big round for G2 if they want to continue and build momentum, because they can take the money, the economy away from FaZe's defense. Make things a bit easier moving forward. Although nothing's been easy for them all night.
No, I mean, this has been tooth and nail this entire series. We could just as easily, and I wouldn't doubt it for a second, be sitting here with a 2-0 lead for G2. Considering the circumstances on the evening, as Alexi B goes back through spawn, he'll grab the bones. m0NESY still posted up down on the boxes, looks at middle. Nico will sneak out with knowing he has coverage from that angle and starts to pin smoke out and cover off mid, where Brokey has to fall off and rotate.
Up catwalk we go. FaZe's rotations have been on point throughout this half. Can they do it one more time? Can they read what's coming? Twist is kind of sink deeper into the B bomb site, so opposite side of the map, but Kerrigan has had so many dynamic plays out towards long. Tucked himself in behind the door, behind the smoke. His performance could be everything here. This could be an incredible hold. 3 players huddled up. JKS gonna get aggressive on catwalk, but it's still all on Kerrigan. Waiting for the indication of what's coming. There he is. Here's the utility, turns away. JKS gets aggressive. Kerrigan almost able to get a double. 1 for 1, and it's still Brokey. Flashbang finds him right at the end. The staggered flashes are perfect from G2, and now they can progress onto the bomb site, but they've still got to deal with Rops and Twist.
Twist burning, tries to go for the kill inside of the flames. He'll get dropped. Money is very, very slim for FaZe, and we are about to have a 1-round game. The HP, mind you, is very low as well for G2 and Rops. If you can find m0NESY, actually has a chance in this. Smoke to cover his crossover toward long. The further he gets, the more deadly he becomes on the sniper, as well as Rops only has the M4 to play with. Uncertain of the exits at this point also. Ramp, first kill, easy. Second one, uncertain, but he has to flash above. Doesn't see him when he jumps, and there's the AWP in his backside. It is a 1-round game.
Of course it is. Close affair the whole way down. Good find from m0NESY. 12-13. And that was the big one for G2. They get to build a little bit further on it. FaZe, I mean, look, we've seen them so many times. The Deagles, the Scouts have been so dangerous on this map. You have to imagine they're going to go back to it regardless of what their money situation is. Kerrigan's got 3,600. He's got plenty of money for a Scout if he wants it, but starting to be a little bit more conservative with that economy. Don't want to play themselves out of the final 5 or 6 rounds of this game by over-investing on rounds that really aren't high percentage.
Kerrigan trying to sneak up long this time, USP. Hunter hold close. Jax will try and bait out a few shots inside of that smoke, expecting a wide side. Honestly, he's not normally the one you want to be aggressive with the AWP in this situation, considering they've got the rifles there to clear those corners. You don't want the op to drop that fast, but no sense in losing the weapon. Hunter will get the kill. Rops rotates over as a result. Do these see Hunter? I am not entirely sure. Full rotation, all hands on deck on the A site now for FaZe.
Yeah, but they've got no weaponry to really talk about. Just some pistols. The Deagle and Rops, that might be the one thing that could turn the tides. And G2's got silent on the map. They've got 52 seconds remaining, so they can let this FaZe defense sweat a little bit. Although Twist pushed up, has a deep angle from catwalk, so he kind of knows, like, they're not coming middle. We can still chill where we are. No cause for concern just yet. And here come the cross smokes. G2 gonna look for a reaction, any kind of counter utility. JKS over the top. Oh, we might be able to grab the head, but m0NESY's covering just perfect from long. Hunter clearing things out inside the bomb site. There goes the Rops Deagle. Twist activates on catwalk, but can only get the one. We're all tied up, Matt.
Not 15-15 this time, though. Money might be more of a factor. And we might see someone close this out in regulation, but they are going to be able to buy this time, and FaZe immediately go onto the AWP for Brokey. Not so broke, they can't afford it for him, so he'll be in position. They don't have a ton of utility. They don't have any kits. JKS could still afford one and probably should. He's going to go for utility instead, so there won't be any diffusers in play at all for the FaZe clan.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see the decision making. If G2 can crack into a bomb site and get that planted, what kind of decision do you make? Deep smoke, m0NESY's gonna get boosted up over the top. Oh, Twist gets picked off. Trying to back away, didn't have the fight he wanted. And that deep smoke rang the alarm bells for G2's attack. The op coming back to life.
In the hands of the youngster. Broky's still close, trying to make amends with the fact that they lost Twist early. Second time he's been lost inside of mid-push. Remember, it was he and Rops down there below. Caught out a few rounds ago as they still... Oh my goodness, Kerrigan, how does he continue to find this space? His timing is perfect. And he takes down the AWP for a moment. They'll be able to grab that again if they want to.
And that's a mistake of exhaustion. The Kerrigan push. Broky's got two towards top mid. Oh, it's so brutal. G2, Nico needs to deliver. It's his time to shine, but Broky's picking up everyone else on his team, and he's even gonna find Nico. Drops right into his lap. But that's all started. The waterfall begins with Kerrigan. A mistake of exhaustion, I said. They're paused, they're waiting. Nobody's got eyes on long. Nobody's watching for the flank.
2 rounds and it's break point. G2 going for the full investment to try and defend this, to try and tie it back up on 14 and not let FaZe get series and championship point.
I swear, if I see Kerrigan push long one more time, I'm gonna lose my mind. He's been getting away with it so much during this half. Surely at some point G2 is gonna address it. Nico and m0NESY and Lower Dark Hunters there as well on the stairs. This time there's no aggression, no danger at this juncture. Although Twist and Rops doubled up towards Halls. Rops playing anti-flash into the wall. Twist to take contact and Rops turn, but that's not gonna come anytime soon. Towards Catwalk we go as the Cousins begin to take it over.
The AK's on the pick. Self-flash over the wall, and then a run boost across. That'll force Brocky's hand, and he has to fire Nico. Ooh, just wanted to chase him down, even Kerrigan. He's not going to be quite so comfortable at long this time, is he, Jason? In fact, he's going to be challenged significantly, but he fires in to get both. Down goes aleXiB, down goes Jax. And down go G2's chances, potentially, in this entire series. As they try and use Hunter to hold one back, they'll get m0NESY instead to get a Twist in middle. He'll come up to Catwalk and support his teammates. No rotation yet from Rops. But he knows by holding the tunnels, he has control and info at middle, and they can't go back toward B. So JKS down below is confident to hold from CT.
FaZe know everything. They know the entire map, but Nico's gonna drop down. He finds one. That's JKS. Now they can progress in. Nico, he goes hunting, he goes trying to find something. m0NESY watching the flank, but the bomb has to move into the site. 25 seconds, and FaZe is gonna keep harassing. They're not gonna let him in clean. Hunter protects m0NESY. 2-on-1.
That's a massive opportunity. If Broky hits that shot, if he catches him out before he's blind, bomb gets dropped again and things get awkward and get chaotic, and a 1-on-1 would have ensued. Instead, it's going to be 2 for G2 that stay alive, and they pull back a 5-on-3. We tie up the game again.
Yeah, and it should not surprise anyone. It's this close down the stretch. Just exchanging blows still across this whole series, and now on Dust2. And what a weird situation for FaZe that they're gonna buy into. Money was all over the place, it was scattered. They're gonna have a really, really odd buy to try and stay alive, to try and give themselves a chance to win this in regulation. Oh, we could have another overtime. We could have a 7th overtime in this series just in the first 3 maps. Rops is tagged, Nico in return.
Jax flashed again. Kerrigan being confident, he's got support this time as well. He's brought back up in the form of JKS. So much time still in the round, though. G2 not going to fully commit to that battle. We'll back away.
Well, look at the utility for FaZe. They've got nothing. No kits, no nades whatsoever. They have no toys to play with for the rest of this round. Nothing to activate, nothing to create an opportunity or any kind of a play across the map. It's all just going to be based off individual skill. JKS in middle, Twist and Rops to defend the B bomb site. Broky and Kerrigan shuffling as always between the A site and long.
Down toward the stairs in the tunnels. For both m0NESY and aleXiB. JKS behind the door has Broky guarding over him, but he's flashed. Missed his jump as well in awkward and strenuous moments. Bomb is left behind as they don't want to commit that through the doors and lose it. In middle, Broky trying to reposition. They can hear the tags. They can hear the ticks from the Molotovs. Needs to get away from that crack. Needs to be able to support Twist.
Oh no.
He's firing. The damage is done. He's done so much of it that they can spray this down as they walk in for the tunnel. They need to be waiting, be patient, because Rob still has the money position at this point to swing out, and m0NESY on 17. It's Nico that has the AWP. Instead, it's Nico that's gonna have to win this round back, or it's gonna be championship point for FaZe. 21 seconds, Broky's got it down, and FaZe are 1 round away from their first ever IEM Katowice title.
Yo, all hail Broky, not just the double kill, but the fact that he runs through the Molotov as well, hustles over to the B bomb site. He is the guy making sure that Rops has no attention in that position. that nobody's even thinking it's a possibility. They'd already taken out one. Brokey's presence in window sealed that setup. Round 30 and another map point that G2 has to survive, but this time it's got one big caveat on top. Championship point here inside the Spodek, and a timeout is taken.
And spare thought for G2 in this series. They essentially, what, they have a 4 or 5 round deficit currently. If they lose now, it'll be, there'll be a 6 rounds negative versus rounds 1 versus lost, and it's 3-0. I think that's how close this was. It looks bad when you look at the overall map score, but how close was this down the stretch? It was incredibly close the whole time. Not done yet either. No reason to believe we don't have more overtimes in the picture.
Well, I can give you a couple of reasons to believe that we probably don't have overtime in the picture. There's 2 AK-47s on the board for G2. Just to demonstrate, just to let you know how grim it is, 3 Deagles as well, light on utility. But this is not the buy you want if you're fighting for your life here at IEM Katowice. FaZe, all the opportunity in the world here in round 30. If this one slips through their fingers, they'd be frustrated to have to play yet another overtime. No op on Modesty.
Flash to check mid from Nico. Pin smoke each and every single round from him. As once again, they'll try and clear out that position. Nico and Hunter, the Kovacs with the AKs.
All on this. Brokey blinded. Falls back. Oh, Nico wants to get up quick. Oh, he needs that. Brokey responds with the quickness. Great headshot. Hit's gonna slow down, but it's all on Catwalk. There's no other options for G2.
AK picked back up by Alexi B, but he was tagged in the process. Hunter instead, though, gets JKS. Brokey's still here. Oh, they lined up. He's actually hit 1+2. He did damage. That's gonna drop them down. It's all on Hunter, and it's all over. Twist with the final kill. And FaZe finally on the stage in Katowice will take a championship. And you can see what it means to Kerrigan as he falls to his knees.
And why not? What a performance from everyone across FaZe. The mastermind himself. He's got a legacy as an